home. Do. Yep, here it is. Yo, Jalen's, it's been a while. How's it going? An emperorly example. Jalen would look to a renowned free paladin for aid. We live in troubling times, Bat, as you well know. That is why it is more important than ever that the Sultan's Sworn stand ready to serve as sword and shield of the Sultanate. For a time, I feared that our order was doomed, but then you helped us to restore our good name. Your shining example inspired many young men and women to seek us out. Even as we speak, they train to hone their skills. A few words of encouragement from the famed free paladin himself would do much to motivate them further. I should think. Perhaps you would consider paying them a visit at Camp Blue Fog. I keep saying Blue Frog, like the ribbit, but it's actually blue fog, like the mist in the air. Dun. Well met, Bat. It's been ages since we last spoke. Certainly not since you helped us to recover the crown. At the moment, Phyllis and I are conducting drills with the new recruits at the East Watchtower. They'll be thrilled to see you, I'm sure. Do. Since we all know you're a man of few words, I thought we might forego the speech and instead ask you to favor us with a display of swordsmanship. We've laid out bait for the basilisks already. In fact, you need only wait for them to come. Okay. There's a basilisk right there. Oh no! No! Ha! Take that! I did it. Oh, thanks for the clapping. Truly a rousing performance, but Bat, thank you. It's one thing to talk about proper technique, but another, altogether different thing, to see it firsthand. I think it's safe to say that the recruits will long remember this day, as will I. Speak with Jalen's at Yulda. Wait, who are you? I don't remember these two being here. Welcome, Bat. I gather the recruits took your lessons to heart. Would that I had some way to repay you, some knowledge or technique to bequeath to you. I am humbled to admit that there is nothing I can teach you. All I can offer you is my heartfelt thanks. Pray go forth, my friend, and continue to defend the peoples of Ul'dah and Eorzea at large. Begging your pardons, Bat. It's Papa Shan. We need to talk, but not here. At the dispatch yard, outside the city. To the dispatch yards. This is where we first met Papa Shan in A Realm Reborn. Thank you for coming, Bat. You must be wondering why I called you here. It concerns Solskjaer, Jalen's predecessor. As you may recall, he continues to search for Oathkeeper, the sword stolen from us by the Monetaris minions. From time to time, he sends me missives, sharing with me his latest discoveries. His most recent one contained a startling claim. He wrote that he had found the sword at long last. But that was some time ago. He has not contacted me since. I would not trouble Jalen's with this news, not until I learned what has become of Solskjaer. At the very least, will you help me find him? Sure. I knew I could count on you, Bat. For now, all I know is that the last missive came by the way of Ishgard. Once I learn more, we can begin the search in earnest. Yes, we will begin the search in earnest. The Paladin who cried wolf. Papa Shan is relieved to see you. Ah, just the man I was hoping to see. I know now from where Solskjaer sent his last missive to me. Falcon's Nest, a hamlet in the Carothus Western Highlands. It is there I would have you begin your search. Reclaiming Oathkeeper would do much to restore the honor of Sultan Sworn, but we must not get ahead of ourselves. First, we must find our missing man. You can count on me, Papa Shan. Come on, click it. There we go. To Falcon's Nest. Come on, get up there. There we go. There was a pitched battle the other night out in the wastes, involving a rather large man and a party of his fellow heretics. To hear the scouts tell it, naturally we chose not to intervene. If they wish to kill each other, by all means. Wow. Wow. A Rogadan Paladin. Well, I do recall a traveler who spent several days here at least. You have. I also have ads starting in a minute and a half, because Twitch loves their money, don't they? Solskjaer. Never heard of him. Was he the one of the new craftsmen working with 100 with 100 eyes? Sorry, we see an awful lot of new faces around here. Most don't have an impression, other than the heretics and bandits, that is. I see. I see. Hello, 100 Eyes. Heard you were asking for Rogadin, and in fashion that might give a man cause to worry. I know Souls Global new, I should say. Old fellow spent some time chatting with the young blood. He came through like the rest of us before him, looking for the same thing we all do. Bandits ambushed him in the night, out in the wastes, buried him with my own 2 hands the next day, out near Camp Rivers Meet. Constant took it especially hard, close as he was to him. I guess we'll check it out then. Oh, I think we gotta go under here. Oh, there it is. Oh no, constant. I don't really need my chocobo, but might as well. Gotta aid constant. Hello and blessing upon you, sir. I say that was a rather frightful experience. Were you a friend of Solskjaer's too? Oh, good. That is to say, my condolences. I knew there had to be others who would want to know. 'Twas the work of the Death's Embrace, I'd wager. Those fiends you slew just now were sent by them as well. My kinsmen think them but another band of sellswords and heretics. If only they knew what they were truly capable of. I can only hope that they will heed my warnings this time, if you would excuse me. Bat, this is Papa Sean. Have you found skulls? Blah. Gods almighty, slain by Death's Embrace? I hear some of those bastards were still sulking about, but I never thought that they would try to... Wait, could it be that they were the ones who held Oathkeeper? And that they killed Solskull when he tried to take it back? Darn it all, we've still no answers, though there is still the boy. Get after him and find out what he knows. Okay. I love this zone. This has got to be my favorite zone of Heavensward. Alright, it's up here? Yeah. Yo, Constant, how's it going? A pleasure to see you again, sir. Was there something you wish to discuss? Oh, so you're that free paladin Soulscore told me about. It is an honor to meet you at last, Bat. That is, for a second time. My name is Constant. Truly honored, sir. Truly, truly honored. Sorry if I had a bit, if I'm a bit out of sorts. It's just, I've been thinking about him a lot, about the day we first met, when he saved me. How his sword gleamed as he danced among the wolves. I begged him to teach me the ways of the Paladin, so I could save others like he had saved me, but he must have turned me down a dozen times before he finally relented. Probably because he caught me asking about the Oathkeeper. But I suppose he didn't think I was strong enough to help him reclaim the sword. Why else would he sneak off to challenge Death's embrace while I was away? I should have been there, Bat. I should have been there. I've decided I'm going to take it back. Oathkeeper, I mean. He said I wasn't ready to wield this soul, but what choice do I have now that he's gone? You want to find it too, don't you? Then help me, Bat, please. You will? Alone be praised. You won't regret this. Oh, if Soulscore could see us now. Two paladins united in purpose. Well, I suppose it's rather premature of me to claim the title, isn't it? One veteran paladin and one aspiring paladin, then. United in purpose. We shall recover Oathkeeper and bring Soulscore's murders to justice, as soon as I discover new information, that is. Huzzah! Yo, Pin, how's it going? I hope you're doing well. We're just playing some 14, the Paladin questline. Big sortlets to fill. Constant has made an exciting new discovery. I have tidings, Bat. Hidden amongst Soulscore's belongings was a journal, the final entry of which contains what appears to be a map of the Gorgon holding. He marked a spot near the river, though he did not write why. Yet considering how devoted he was in recovering Oathkeeper, surely it has some relation. There we go. I say we sally forth and investigate. We may encounter wild beasts or worse, of course, but we are well equipped to face them. Well, that is to say, you are. Alright, let's do this. Meanwhile, let me click out of the game to give Pen a shout out. There we go. If you guys aren't already following Pin, please do so at your earliest convenience. Fantastic person to lurk with, to chat with, whatever your Twitch desires need. Do. But we got a little ways to go. How'd you get out here so fast, Constant? Impressive, eh? It took some doing, but I managed to seize Soulscore's sortlets. They should work. They should afford me excellent protection against high threats. So Lalafels. Anyway, let's see where this map leads. Somewhere over yonder, perhaps. Light catches your eye. The closer inspection, you find a glint cornet buried beneath the snow. Frozen blood. What? Frozen blood. A trail of frozen blood leads west. Alright, we gotta go west. Why they have me go east? Or was it further the... Oh, a bat. Find anything? Crown. Soulsculler's cornet. Then he did come here. There was a trail of blood as well, you said. Let's follow it and see where it leads. Leads all the way down here, huh? What is this, blood? I hope it's not Chris's blood. It seems to head towards the dusk vigil. Hope this is not Chris's blood. I think it's taking us westward. Westward, you say? Oh no, he's being attacked. That's not good. Of course, Death's Embrace. They must have made camp here, and Soulskulls learned of it. Wait, was that movement just now? To the west. We cannot let them escape. Alright, let's go. How far west? Oh, a long ways west. All the way over there. Okay. Hey, look, it's a duty. Of course we're going to play this on normal. End of the road. They don't seem to be carrying Oathkeeper. Well, if nothing else, we can at least bring them to justice for the countless other crimes they ensure they harm no more innocents. To arms, Bat, for justice, for Soulskull. I thought the cornet would help, but that speech still felt rather uninspired. Yeah, we gotta take out the grimoire before it releases any other people. Or summons. No, you pay attention to me. Alright, where's this? Oh. I kicked you. Yeah, low blow. We did it. Did we win? I mean, by the Fury, we won. That villainous scum will prey in the weak on the weak no longer. Pity they didn't have Oathkeeper. Well, all in a day's work for a pair of paladins, eh? Back to Falcon's Nest for the well-earned rest. Do 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 do. The wheels of justice are slow to turn, as we know all too well. Even Sir Aymeric, who they say cares deeply for the welfare of every Ishgardian, even he is bound by bureaucracy. It all comes back to the war in the end. If it's not heretics or dragons, well, you know how it is. And the Forelands, well, if you head far west enough, if you head far west without enough hired help, you've no one to blame but yourself for what happens. So, when my mother's caravan was raided on the road to Tailfeather, I was resigned to never knowing who to blame. Until Solskjaer told me about the Death's Embrace, and I realized that they were the ones responsible for that and many other attacks. They chose their targets with care, preying on those who wouldn't be missed, save by their equally powerless friends and family. But everyone deserves a champion, even at least the least among us are worth saving. I don't know if the remaining members of Death's Embrace have Oathkeeper, but even if they don't, it is our duty as paladins to stop them. That's what Solskjaer would say were he here, right? Sure. That's exactly what he would say. Yo, we got Goring Blade. Hey, Soul Crystal. Constant wishes to share with you a rather unusual development. Curious tidings, Bat. Not long ago, I received word from an acquaintance of mine, Grimold, who claims to have in his possession a missive written by Solskjaer and addressed to me. He insisted that I come collect it from him in person in Tailfeather. And since we haven't had any leads in our search for Oathkeeper, I see no reason to deny him. Let's be off then. Yes, let's be off. To Tailfeather. And get my dragon out. Grimold, how's it going? Matt, Grimold, Bat. My chocobo is in the way. Come here, chocobo. I appreciate you coming all this way, Constant. I know I mustn't seem a little odd. Frankly, it's been strange from the start. Who sends a missive with provisions when we've got Muggles running about who can do it for far faster? Not to mention the fact that bandits have been raiding caravans to Tailfeather for weeks. If it weren't for them moving on, the latest shipment would have likely never arrived. Any road. From what I can tell, it was languishing in someone's storeroom for a while. Better late than never, though, eh? It was your friend's wish that you come all this way. Read it for yourself and you'll see. Let's see. I have left you a gift near the 100th throws. Take it and become the man you were destined to be. Curious fellow, that soul score. Any road. If I were you, I'd head north and find whatever it is before someone else does. My thanks, friend. I shall do just that. Let's head towards the throws and see what we can find, Bat. Okay. All the way up here. All the way up there. Holy crap. It would take me forever if I couldn't fly. It should be around here somewhere. Ah, so they want me to look for it. Is that it? A mysterious box. Is that a soul you found? By the Fury, it is. And look, a pair of Galliant cuisses, whatever that is. But why? Why do I feel like I'm being led by my nose? First the journal, now this missive? There's so much I want to ask. So much I should have asked when he was still alive. Right. At Camp River's meet. You know, I'd forgotten something. I haven't, I can glamour this onto that. There we go. Almost forgot. I haven't really played this character since the ability to glamour whatever you want on whatever job class you have. So I keep forgetting. Do. Down. Oh, we're at his grave. To be honest, I never really understood why you accepted me as your pupil. What made you change your mind? What did you see in me? And what would you have me do now that you're gone? So it's true then. Oh, it's Jay Lynn's. Oh no. Papa Sean could not conceal the truth from me forever. He told me of Soul Scholar's claims and your search. Could not believe it. I would not believe it. Yet now... The Soul Stone. It's glowing. Yet his is not glowing. But did we take his power? What sorcery is this? He disappeared. He was watching you, boy. You and and the soul you bear. Could he have been a minion of the Death's Embrace, spying on Soul Skull's pupil? Perhaps they hoped Soul Skull's quest would end with his death, that none would attempt to reclaim the Oathkeeper in his stead. They thought us broken when our brothers betrayed us. When they robbed us of the sword and delivered it to their keeping. But we did not give in to despair, nor will we do so now. Oathkeeper will be ours again, I swear it. I must return to Ul'dah now. The way of our souls resonate was unlike anything I've ever seen before. I would know what it portends. Pray continue to look after the boy, Bat. I will. What do you want from me? Divine Veil. All according to plan. Constant has decided on a new course of action. I'm beginning to think I have been going about this all wrong, all the wrong way. I've been trying to determine the whereabouts of Oathkeeper by recreating Soul Scorer's steps, but honestly, how he came to pursue and die at the hands of the Death's Embrace isn't nearly as important as the simple fact that he did. Death's Embrace has the sword. It's the only logical conclusion. So if we find them, we find Oathkeeper. Even if I'm mistaken, we'd be doing the world a favor by bringing them to justice. I wouldn't presume to speak for Soul Scroll, but I'd like to think that he'd agree, don't you? Yes, well, I suppose if we're going to find them, we best start asking around. Though there is one thing which still troubles me. I think I need to speak with Hundred Eyes. Good old Hundred Eyes. Whatever it is, it can wait. I've work to be done and no time to do it. A moment of your time, if you please. For you, Constant, sure. It's about Solskjaer. You never told me, but how exactly did he die? You want me to paint you a bloody picture? He was murdered. I found him, and I buried him. That's all you need to know. It's just that. The other day, I could have sworn that I... Forgive me. I don't know what I was thinking. Don't let me keep you from your labors. Let's resume our hunt for the Death's Embrace. Oh, we're gonna hunt them down. We are going to hunt them down. Death's Embrace. Those bandits who used to raid caravans bound for Tailfeather? No one's seen neither hide nor hair of them recently. Why do you ask? Oldanians, eh? Maybe they ran back to warmer climates. Never understood Southerns myself. Queer folk, prone to unacceptable and irrational behavior. Like those buffoons who attempted to seize the protector of all things. Apparently, they snuck aboard some of the airships, ferrying supplies to Camp Cloudtop. Of course, the knights drove them off. Last I heard, they had fled into the wilds, screaming, "Thal's balls!" and this and "Swervin' Horson's that." Are you thinking what I'm thinking, Bat? Admittedly, we've no reason to believe these men are the ones we seek, but we've been blessed with serendipity before. There's no harm in investigating, at least. Yeah. Going all the way to Camp Cloudtop? It's a ways away. Oh, overshot that. There we go. There we go. The Oldanians who tried to seize the Protector. Aye, I remember them. Baffling, really. Signed their own death's warrant with their ill-conceived attack. You can be sure that House Hillenate won't allow them to leave these isles alive. Death's Embrace, eh? I suppose it's simple. It's possible they're the bandits you seek. You're welcome to help us hunt them down if you like. The boy, too, yes. He can join my unit. Given your reputation, I think you'd better suited to the van. I won't let you down. We gather at the Rose House. Come, let us delay no further. I'll see you there. I think we get to speak with, what's her name? I forget her name. Glad to have you with us, Master Dan. Would that we could speak at length, but the Uldanians are aware of our plans and have already fled to the east. Remember that these are desperate, dangerous men. Advance with caution and wait for reinforcements if necessary. With me! Yeah, with him. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. He's a Lalafell. They bounce. We have to stop. We have them trapped. Be careful, Bat. He's bound a void scent to his will. We did what we could, but we simply haven't the strength. A void scent, you say? That was amazing, Bat. Well fought, Master Dan. Their leader was surely the toughest of the lot. Lady Lynette will be pleased to learn of our success. I shall inform her at once. You do that. What have you got there? Gallant gauntlets. Why would a member of Death's Embrace be carrying these? There's no way he could have possibly planned this. It's too elaborate. Nay, it's impossible. But what other explanation could there be? We should return to Falcon's Nest. Post haste. Yeah. To Falcon's Nest. Before we cornered the leader, we came across their camp. It was plain to see that they've fallen on hard times, hence why they resorted to common banditry to survive. But isn't it strange when you think about it? I mean, if they had Oathkeeper, why not simply sell it? Surely someone would have been willing to pay for it. I'm beginning to wonder if Solskjaer succeeded in reclaiming the sword, or if Death's Embrace had ever had it at all. By the Fury, what to make of these pieces of armor? Just as I suspected, it fits perfectly. Whatever remains of Death's Embrace there may be will stay in hiding for some time, I should think. But should they dare to reveal themselves, we will finish what we started, and what Solskjaer intended. Clemency. Alright. Paladin's got one more quest, I believe. This little sword of mine, Constant looks as though he's suffered a tremendous shock. Terrible news, Bat. 100 Eyes has been gravely wounded. There were wolves and he fought them off as best he could, but by the time the sentries came to his aid, I went to see him earlier, but he turned me away and bid me fetch you. For the life of me, I cannot imagine why. Oh no! I will do what I can to ease his suffering. Wolves, swaven wolves, I reckon I've earned it. So, time to settle one last account. Go to Solskar's grave, dig it up, take what you find, and give it to the boy. Only won't make up for what I did to my sworn brothers, but perhaps I'll go ways towards redressing the balance. Of course, that's what we've done to the boy ain't hardly defensible, no matter what he says. Oh, so we gotta go to Solskar's grave. To the grave! Oh, almost overshot it. There we are. The grave. Cutscene. Where'd we get a shovel? Several flums breath beneath several flums beneath the cold, hard earth. You find not a coffin, but a small chest containing gallant surcoat. What have you done? But how can this be? Why would 100 Eyes lie to us? That bastard! I will have him have answers from them both. Come, we're going back to Falcon's Nest. I'm gonna get there before he does, because I can teleport. Rest in peace, brother. He's gone. We're too late. Jalen and I grown worried that it has come to this. I'm sorry. There was nothing more that we could have done. God's damn it all. We must have words, Constant. I go to Landsgate. Look for me there. What was it all for? What was it all for? Now, if I remember correctly, Landsgate is like all the way over here. At the very edge of the map, so we're gonna be here for a while. Sorry. It's one of the very rare maps that only gets one aetheryte. What's worse is the hinterlands, because it gets no aetheryte. The aetheryte there is Idyllshire, and that's it. And then Azathoth is like heckin' not as bad as Idyllshire, but kind of, because it's like you got stuff that's like such high up, including the stuff on the ground. Here we are. My comrade wishes to explain himself. Why the lies, Solskjaer? Was this all just some game to you? I had my reasons, as you will soon learn. That's a rather odd way of apologizing, Solskjaer. I suggest you try again. I am sorry for deceiving you, Constant. Faking your death, constructing an elaborate scenario for me to find your armor? To be honest, I am astonished as I am offended. How could you have possibly orchestrated everything so perfectly? It doesn't matter how I did it. What matters is why I did it. Oathkeeper is but a sword, Constant. True oaths are not forged in steel. They are sworn in the heart. To merely reclaim the sword will not suffice. It must be won by a worthy paladin. Only then will it, in our order, be restored to its former glory. I don't understand. Why not simply teach me the ways, as you said you would? A sultan may move a man, a master may instruct his pupils, but only when that pupil moves himself can he become a paladin. That said, I did not account for Bat's intervention. Master Papashan, as we discussed. Very well. Why is mine glowing red? The souls we paladins wield are embodiments of our will. In keeping to our oaths, we grow stronger, more dominant. In the presence of a particularly pure soul, others may be compelled to yield. But when two souls cannot reconcile, when one cannot establish dominance, it can spell disaster. That seems awfully inconvenient. Oh, you have no idea. As the discordance between two souls grow, the aether builds, and the souls grow unstable. Aye, their souls looked their souls looked as though they were fit to burst with aether. Wait, you don't mean to say that their souls will be destroyed, do you? By the Fury, how do we stop it? You'll fight. Your souls demand it. You cannot coexist as you are. One must rise above. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. We are paladins, defenders of the weak and needy. That's what madness is that we must face each other in battle. But if there's truly no other way, I will not renounce my oaths. I will become a paladin I was destined to be. And if that means that we must fight, then so be it. Well, I suppose we must take Soulscorer's word for it. I am ready, as am I. Let's do this. Come, brother. Yeah.
Now you want to get nuts? Come on, let's get.
Exactly, Winglet. Exactly. Oh, he's losing a lot of health. Dun, dun, dun. Am I truly so weak? No, Constant, nothing could be further from the truth. You fought with honor and purpose. Do not be ashamed. Soul Skull. Impressive, truly impressive. Intrigue and deception that would put Lord Lolwito to shame. Oh, it's Jalen's. Tell me the truth, Soul Skull, the whole truth. Figured it out, have you? Do you still have the soul I left for you at the 100 throws? What? Oh yes, here. He has all the soul stones. This soul once belonged to the first captain of the Sultan Sworn, the first paladin who wielded Oathkeeper. Once it shone with resplendent light, as did Oathkeeper, but now both have lost their luster. He got changed fast. I have the sword, and everything I have done, that I have made you all do, has been for the sole purpose of making it shine once more. Of course, it's so simple. Wait, no, it's not. It's needlessly complicated. What of your soul, the one you gave to Bat when you first met? I yet have it, Soul Squirrel. Take it and restore Oathkeeper's light to your own. Once a man has left the Sultan Sworn, he cannot return. My soul will no longer suffice. All I can do is show another the way, and ask that he do the same for his brothers and sisters. But he is not yet He does not yet stand above all others. Not until he has bested me. Draw your sword, Bat. The time has come. Okay. My soul is not enough. Yes, true. Oh, heck. I don't have a gap closer. Duty complete. At long last, a paladin who can make it shine again. Our gym badges are glowing. Behold, Oathkeeper, bestowed upon the first captain of the Sultan Sworn, stolen under my watch by the minions of the monetarists. For years I sought to reclaim it, to redeem myself for my failure. A paladin swears allegiance to the Sultanate. A paladin shall be the sword and the shield of the Sultanate. The paladin defends the people of the realm. 30 years I aspired to do those ideals. 30 years I tried to live up to the example set by our founder. So revered that his very soul crystal would be set in Oathkeeper's palmal. For those legendary captains of Eld, this sword would shimmer with such brilliance that night would be as day. Yet, for the 30 years I wore it, it shined for me but once. That was before it was taken from me, before I swore my oaths so that I could reclaim it. Bat, through all your trials and tribulations, you have remained true to yourself and to Eorzea. You continue to be an inspiration to us all. Come, take Oathkeeper, raise it aloft, and let it shine forth as a beacon unto all. Yeah, we got it glowing. You were always my first choice, Bat. Constant was insensitive motivation, though in the end he proved himself to be so much more. You were right. You're a right bastard, you know that? Doing all this just to make a bloody sword shine? Praise Halone that I found a proper mentor in Bat. Well, I may not be the chosen one, but I'm still a free paladin. That is the path I have chosen for myself, and on it I will stay. Well said. It would not do for you to be so easily discouraged. Jaylins, I leave matters here to your capable hands. You've done it again, Bat. Oathkeeper may not shine for me as it did for you, but perhaps, in time, it will. But even should it not, I will not lose heart, for a paladin's virtue is not in the radiance of his blade, but the righteousness of his actions. By what we decide to do every day, we will be good men, or not. Soulscroll, Oathkeeper is returned to the Sultan Swarm. Will you not return to us as well? As a friend and an ally, perhaps, but not as a brother. Some bonds, once broken, cannot be mended. I thank you, Bat, for all that you have done. How strange that we must turn to a free paladin rather than one of our own to show us the way. Yet, I suppose it is not the first time. Is it? It would seem that some questions weren't meant to be answered, and we must simply deal with it. If you still mean to ask how I planned it all, don't. You wouldn't believe me anyway. So that's it then. You're leaving. Uldaw beckons, and besides, I've nothing left to teach you. Then I wish you well on your journey, and pray that you find happiness there. I'm coming back, you know. This is an awful lot of work to be done in Falcon's Nest, and I'd made a promise to 100 Eyes. Oh, then I shall see you when you return. We should head back too, Bat. I'm teleporting. There's no way I'm gonna fly the entire map back down there. I'm still not quite sure what it was all for, but it seems to have ended well enough. I suppose you ought to get back to your grand adventures, and me to my paladining, or whatever you call it. Right then, it's been a pleasure, Bat. Oh, but I warn you, next time we cross paths, or cross blades, I mean to win. Fare thee well. Huzzah, we did it! Alright. We did it, we did it. Okay, now we do the warrior one. And I believe that's in Costa del Sol. Excuse me. But I am actually going to take a quick break so I can get some more water and use the restroom. So, I will be right back. Be sure to hydrate yourselves and get some snacks, and I will be back in about 5 to 10 minutes. Can I run the ads right now? No, they won't let me because they just played. That's perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. Okay, I have returned. Thanks for waiting, everyone. I appreciate that. Get back to the game. The game! Alright. So. Wait. What? Oh, that's a levy mate. Okay. So essentially, just a little reminder that I had already done the Paladin and the Warrior quest lines. Or streamed them, or rather, before, but because Twitch did their limiting of the number of hours for your highlights, I was in the process of downloading and uploading those VODs to the YouTubes, and I must have missed the Paladin and Warrior one, so that's why we're redoing them in New Game Plus mode. Commence. Here we are. Curious George. How's it going, sir? Better axe around. Curious George looks eager to expand his comment repertoire. Bat, I scarce recognize you. The flames of battle have tempered you like fine steel. Since last we spoke, I've resolved to start upon a path of the warrior anew. I swore that I would not succumb to the beast within again, as I did when faced my brother in Wineport. Speaking of which, Broken Mountain has regained much of his strength, though when I speak to him of taking up the axe once more, he changes the subject and returns to his studies of arcanima and other scholarly pursuits. Okay, pursuits. Nevertheless, his desire to spread the teachings of our ancestors to every corner of Eorzea remains unchanged. And you couldn't have come at a better time. I've just received a letter from Broken Mountain stating that he's uncovered information regarding ancient martial techniques. If you're interested, I'm sure you are. Why not accompany me to Camp Bronze Lake so that we might hear what he has to say together? Sure. Alright, where is he? Oh, he's over there. Okay. Ah, I knew a true warrior like you would never pass up an opportunity like this. Hello, Broken Mountain. Well do I remember you, Bat, the sole warrior to tame the inner beast. I shudder to think what might have happened had you not been there to save us from ourselves. You know the precipice nature of the forces we wield, as well as the consequence of losing control for even a moment. The beast does not scruple to discriminate between friend or foe, and if given free rein, will lash out at both. I have pored over countless tomes in search of knowledge of how to tame the beast within, as you did, but my efforts have thus far proven fruitless. All I have found are ridiculous tales of techniques that, if the author could be believed, would make Rhaegar himself cower in fear. The elders often told tales of legendary warriors to inspire the youths. Are you sure there are there's no truth in yours? Quite. There are descriptions of techniques used by the hero Mithril Heart, but the details are difficult to swallow. No warrior, alive or dead, can rip off a behemoth's arm with his bare hands. The tales are filled with similar outrageous accounts. Brother, it would be a waste of time to investigate the veracity when we know so little of how to tame the inner beast. Besides, you know as well as I that Mithril Heart is not more than a fairy tale hero. What if I could prove that Mithril Heart was flesh and blood? Would you be willing to continue your studies then? Never did he stray from the path of the warrior. Even as the years took their toll, axe in hand, to Silvertear Falls he would go, never to return. Which means, if he truly lived, then there may be something there which proves it. Keep your axe sheathed, George. You'd be better served by the time spent swinging your axe at a practice dummy than searching for ghosts. Well met, Bat. My thanks for ensuring that my old friend here lived to learn from his mistakes, although it seems the lesson didn't stick for long. Waiskiat here has been kind enough to keep my brother busy with work and assist me during my recovery. Although anything to keep a former comrade out of trouble. As for these stories, far-fetched as they may seem, I wouldn't be so quick to dismiss them. Least we forget, Bat has more than a few legendary accomplishments to his name. Well, if by chance he found proof of Mithril Heart's existence, I would reconsider, but leave my brother out of it. Yo, Keishi, how's it going? I hope you're doing well. I may not be ready to accompany you, but I can give you advice on where to start. Seek out the sons of Saint Cornarch. I'm certain they will know something of Mithril Heart's final journey. Come on, Curious Swords, you didn't even wave back at him. What kind of hanging is that? Do. To the Coinarch find. Alright, who are we talking to? You guys? What if I don't want to talk to you guys? Relics belonging to ancient Hellsguard warrior? While we are up to our necks in elegant artifacts, I cannot say that I have come across any that could be what you seek. Okay. Thanks for nothing. Well, when the waters of Silvertear Falls receded 15 years ago, they revealed a treasure trove of artifacts spanning eras, many of which have yet to be recovered. I do not know if any of those artifacts have a relation to this Mithril Heart, but it might serve you well to begin your search in those previously submerged areas. Okay. Who else do we have around here that we can talk to? Hello? Somebody? Oh, there you are. Oh, okay. We focus our research on artifacts from Allegan Empire. As such, there may be more recent discoveries which were ignored by a single-minded researcher. Okay. Search for proof along shores of Silvertear Falls. What about this dig site here? After curiously search, you find nothing of interest. Nothing? How can you find nothing? How about this? Nothing? We did it. Present it to Broken Mountain. Yo, Broken Mountain. I got it for you. Well, have you uncovered any proof of Meteor Heart's existence? How about this axe? This axe, the engraving and the curvature on the blade are exactly as described. To think of the beast who tested this steel. Surely this proves that Mithril Heart is more than a mere campfire story. With a steel heart and his legendary techniques, we'll have the strength to slay even the strongest of beasts by the dozen. If Mithril Heart's feats are indeed possible, then the knowledge of how he performed them would prove invaluable to restoring the warrior's reputation. You could show the people of Eorzea the true potential of a warrior. Surely no small number of them would feel compelled to take up the axe. Indeed, could prove a great boon for our cause. Very well, I will return to my tomes and scour them for any passages relating to Mithril Heart. Mind you, the ancient techniques may rouse the inner beast like none before. Of that I have no doubt, which is why you must not take your training lightly. When I uncover more information, you must needs be ready. Duty and the Beast. Broken Mountain seems to have reservations about digging deeper into the newfound knowledge. I can tell you have not neglected your training, Bat, which is good. I have continued my research into the tales of Mithril Heart and his legendary feats, and I believe I have come across a passage which may guide your next step. Before I share my findings with you, however, there is another matter of pressing more importance that must be resolved before we continue. A ferocious beast has been sighted near the Weeping Saint of the Carothas Central Highlands, and I would have you, me, and my brother go and slay it, as it poses a threat to any who venture nearby. I realize that this may seem like a trivial matter, but I assure you that it is of the utmost importance. Sure. Let's go slay something. Let's go slay the beast. Oh no, there's fate in our way. No, broken mountain. Thank the 12s you made it. The beast caught us unawares. My brother leapt to my defense and slew it. But in that moment, he was overcome by his inner beast, and as before in Wineport. I knew it was folly to bring him here. I beg you, stop him before he hurts himself. I will bonk him with my hammer. Beware of the inner beast, I know, right? I can't do anything. We did it. Bat, speak to me. Thank the gods you are awake. When your final blow landed, you and my brother both collapsed. What happened, Bat? Do you remember anything? Your inner beast lashed out as if it was trying to escape. I see. The lingering numbness is likely your body recovering from the shock. Otherwise, you appear to be unharmed and full control of your faculties. I owe you an apology, Bat. Once again I lost control. I have already tended to my brother's wounds. You need not worry. Alas, as I suspected, my brother yet lacks the strength to control his inner beast. As you may have guessed, I called you both here to see if my fears were unfounded. I did not wish to give you cause to worry, brother, but when the beast stirs, my mind grows clouded and my will falters. Or perhaps I remain silent to avoid facing the bitter truth. Who would trust a protector that would turn on them at any moment? The paths, it pains me to do this, but I cannot allow you to accompany Bat any longer. The risk is far too great for you both. Mayhap it is best we continue our conversation in the safety of Camp Bronze Lake. God damn it, Bat! You've grown so much stronger, while I've hardly grown at all. Show Eorzea what it means to be a true warrior. I know you can. Still in the fate. Lovely. Yeah, I'm stuck. So my brother has been in a dour mood ever since we returned from the Weeping Saint. Well, that is only natural given his lack of progress, and it may be for the best. The teachings of our people are too dangerous for those who lack control. That is why I chose to focus my studies on how to tame the inner beast. For the sake of my brother, I wanted not more than to solve this dilemma, but then fate intervened, and I stumbled upon the tales of Mithril Heart. But mayhap we need not forsake one pursuit for another. In seeking the techniques of Eld, we may discover the reason why you can hold the beast in check so easily while my brother and I fumble about like children. However, I am still concerned about what you told me before about your inner beast lashing out during your duel with my brother. Can you tell me of that once more? Simply recalling the duel rouses your inner beast from the slumber. Wait, it all makes sense. Only the flames of animosity may temper the warrior's soul. I came across these words in a passage, and I did not understand their meaning until now. The inner beast stirs when we face an opponent who pushes us to surpass our physical and mental limits. Only in that moment can we attain mastery of new techniques. This must be how the heroes of Eld, like Mithril Heart, became such legends. They traveled the realm, testing their mental against the fiercest foes that they could find. Your path is clear, then. Bat, you must challenge yourself as they did. You must grow stronger and hone your skills to new heights. The bare necessity. Broken Mountain has some concerns about his brother. Well met, Bat. It seems your trials have prepared you for the next step down a long path. However, while your progress is truly remarkable, I'm afraid my brother's is still fears the fury of his inner beast, even in the training yard. He swings his axe with hesitation. Seeking to test himself against live foes, he has joined the Maelstrom's effort to repel recent spat of kobold attacks. However, Wiskiat has sent word that his ferocity on the field of battle is not what it once was. My brother has long admired your will. Test your axe against even stronger adversaries and master the techniques of Eld, and by doing so, serve to inspire him and all who aspire to walk the path of the warrior. Remember the words set forth in ancient tomes, and seek foes that test the very limits of your mind and body. The heat of battle will awaken the beast within, bestow upon you the knowledge of our ancestors. Luckily, the path you walk has been tread on before, and you need not wander the land aimlessly. According to the tomes, Mithril Heart once spent a season hunting the hulking grizzly bears that stalk Abathith's spine, the largest of which are said to rival even behemoth in size. Make your way to Tailfeather, home to many seasoned hunters that know the way of the land of the creatures inhabiting it. Find the beasts of Mithril Heart's hunt and test yourself against the razor claws as he did. Speak with hunters at Tailfeather. All the way to Tailfeather. All right, who wants to speak with me? Who in here wants to speak with me? Nobody? Nobody? How about behind this building? Ah, here we are. I hardly forgot the size of the beast I saw that day. He was tracking a chocobo round the 100 Thrones when I spotted a bear near as big as a house and drinking its fill from the waters. I didn't dare get any closer and went home from that day's hunt empty-handed. Man, that guy sounded kind of Irish. My goodness. Yo, Demon Kaisho, how's it going? Ask any hunter around here about the grizzlies of Abatha's shrine, and they'll like to tell you the same thing. If you see one, run. Oh yes, we will definitely run. You're a right fool if you're thinking of going after one of those massive beasts alone. Best bring about a dozen friends along with you if you want to come back in one piece. If you got the men, then I've heard hunting parties using wholesome salmon to draw them out. If you head up the wholesome river, you'll likely to find a few that died during the salmon run. The concept of her face confuses and infuriates me, yo true. Unleash the Dan within. The Dan, which I've never actually seen. I hear good things, but I've never seen it. Yo, come get this fish. It's a very good show? Okay. I'll have to think about watching it. We did it. Report to Broken Mountain. Is Broken Mountain going to pay for these teleportation expenses? I think not. Whiskia and I have just returned from our duties in Lonacia. The cowardly kobolds have never stood a chance. A dip in the hot springs seemed just reward for our bravery. Nice. Ah, Bat, welcome back. My brother and Whiskiat were just telling me of the Maelstrom's success in La Nocia. Aye, the kobolds scattered as frightened mice before our wrath. I dare say they'll think twice before setting foot in Lominsian soil again. Bat, as eager as I am to hear of your journey to Abatha's spine, I cannot afford to waste any more time away from my training. The kobolds may be licking their wounds for now, but they'll be back, and in greater numbers. Till next we meet. Curious George has acted in high spirits ever since our return from Limsa Lominsa, but his bravado scarcely hides the truth. What he said was true. Our operations against the kobolds were a resounding success. However, troops that fought alongside him say that Curious George was noticeably shaken during the battle, as if afraid the tide would turn at any moment's notice. But it was not fear of the kobolds that caused his axe to waver. He still fears his own inner beast. As long as this fear has hold of him in battle, then there is little hope that he will grow as a warrior. The kobolds become bolder with each passing day, and the Maelstrom's forces are spread too thin. Maelstrom Command is desperately seeking ways to supplement its flagging troops. They're considering bolstering fighting strength by training troops in warrior techniques, so Curious George's capabilities have come under special scrutiny. However, if fear continues to hold him back, I doubt he'll manage to impress anyone. Once again, we are left to wanting for means to tame the inner beast. Bat, was there not learned from your journey to the Dravanian Forelands that could be of aid? Ah, and in the same manner as before, the memories of the battle roused the inner beast. So, my theory was correct. The key to mastery lies in the heart of the conflict. Just as the ancient tomes say, only victory against a worthy opponent can temper the inner beast. Bat, your growth as a warrior has given us valuable insight into the true nature of the inner beast. However, there is still much that remains shrouded in mystery. As there's still the question of what exactly sets Bat apart from your brother. Indeed, the tools to tame the beast within are hidden somewhere. I just have yet to find them. Bat, continue your training while I return to the tomes. A solution will present itself soon enough. That's not soon enough. Yay, I got Fell Cleave. Pirates of Shallow Water. Broken Mountain knows someone in need of a legendary adventurer. Bat, you couldn't have come at a better time. Wiskiet has just arrived and looks eager to speak with you. Ah, Bat, just the warrior I wanted to see. The nation of Limsa is in dire need of your aid. The Maelstrom is short-handed, and the beast tribe's attacks only grow more ferocious. I'm here searching for skilled adventurers, and there aren't many more skilled than you. As you know, my brother has already answered the call, helping the Maelstrom defend from the relentless kobolds' assaults. Kobolds aren't the only thorn in our sides. Pirates serving the Shagan have been pillaging along the coast of La Nocia. That's why we need your axe, Bat. They may be mere pirates, but their blades cut as deep as I've ever seen. Limsa will be grateful to have your prowess at their side. Once you have made your preparations, hurry to the heliport and speak with the storm captain on duty for the details of the mission. Okay. Adventurer, the Maelstrom thanks you for your aid. A band of pirates flying the flag of the Serpent Reavers have landed ashore on the Isles of Umbra, and all reports indicate they plan to use that as a foothold to attack Elleport. Our walls only defend from the inland assaults. I shudder to think of what might happen if the pirates to bombard us with cannons from the sea. Our course of action has been decided. We will take the fight to them before they have a chance to mount the offensive. Our rendezvous point is at the Isles of Umbra. The pirates shall not weather the wrath of the Maelstrom. Okay. So, you're the one of Riskiat sent. He's said much of your prowess. I look forward to seeing you in the fray. Okay. Let's take the ferry skipper to the Isles of Umbra. 40 gil, that's highway robbery. Oh, wait. He's right there. Okay. Good. Now that the troops are gathered, we shall move out at once. Our objective is to slay the pirate captain. Without a head to lead them, the Serpent Reavers will scuttle back in their moldy ships. However, the task ahead of us should not be taken lightly. Reports tell of a fearsome beast under the captain's thrall. Take care not to let your guard down, lest you become the beast's next meal. Let him try. Let him try. Fight back before we're overwhelmed. Oh, geez. That's right. The pirates attacked as if possessed. Thank the 12, your axe cut them down. We shall press forward for Elleport. Okay. Are you just gonna stand there? Or kneel there? You okay, sir? For Elleport. The main camp will soon be within our sights. I'll protect the wounded, Bat. Give the pirates the taste of your steel. Okay. The pirates think they have strength in numbers, but a storm captain is worth a dozen of them. We shall leave the wounded to recover here. Bat, to me! To him! Stop the Serpent Reavers. Har har har. Well, if your hell's bent on trying, it's been a long time since me pup had a fresh corpses to feed on. Okay. Looks like your pup is dead. Such fine axemanship I've ever seen. However, now is not the time to dally about in awe. This place fills me with foreboding. Let us meet again at Elport. Okay. Oh, look at that. They teleported us here. Bat, now that we are safely out of the Cursed Isles, I would like to thank you for your aid once again. Without the courage of your fighting spirit bestowed upon us, we would have been overwhelmed. The Maelstrom is honored to count you amongst our allies. The captain speaks for us all. The ferocity inspired us to carry on the face of the pirate onslaught. What drove you to fight with such fury? And here I thought the axe was just for killing, but instead you wield it in our defense. And your will to protect us gave you the strength to surpass the limits of your mind and body. 7 hells, I've been fighting all wrong. Yes, you have. I have seen nary a battle so fierce, or a protector more stalwart. Bat, I would like to hear more of your skirmish from your eyes. After you've recovered from the fight, pray speak to me again. Sure. How to train your warrior. The Storm Captain would hear more of your battle. It would seem our battle with the Serpent Reavers bestowed upon you yet another technique of Eld. My comrades and I, as well, will not soon forget the ferocity which you protected our lives this day. I shall return to the Maelstrom Command and inform them of your success. I look forward to the day we fight side by side once more. The lessons I learned from your example will serve to aid me in countless battles to come. No doubt Whiskyak and the others are eager to hear back from you. Give that old marauder my regards. Your red guards? What? What? But why? Why? Ah, Bat, I knew the Serpent Weavers would fall swiftly before your axe. Did you learn not aught from the skirmish that you might be of aid? Learned a new ability. I did not expect such feeble opponents to wake the beast from its slumber, but it seems your conviction and to safeguard your comrades had the same effect as pitting yourself against the bearers of Albitha's spine. Bat, this information may prove to be invaluable. With your story likely lies the key to overcoming my brother's struggle. Speaking of which, my brother suffered injuries in a clash with the kobolds, and has come here to nurse his wounds, as I did. It would please him to see an old friend such as you. Pray speak with him for an exchange of battle stories may serve to lift his spirits. Sure. He's just outside, right? And he's half naked. Yo, Whiskyak, how's it going? From my old comrade's account, this operation with you won't be one he'll soon forget. Ah, Bat, I'm joyed to see you come through your battle with the pirates unscathed. If only I could say the same. I have been ordered to rest here until my wounds I suffered from our fight against the kobolds healed. According to the unit's report, the kobolds unleashed a new type of explosive on our Maelstrom troops. George valiantly threw himself upon it before detonation, shielding his allies from the worst of the blast. The new bomb had a destructive force unseen in the kobolds' primitive explosives. That my brother is still standing before us is no small miracle. Truth be told, my wounds are barely severe enough to warrant sending me here. The moment I saw the bomb, I knew I couldn't let my comrades come to harm. I leapt upon it as by instinct. I remember nothing after that. Bat has a similar story to tell. The Serpent Reavers almost overwhelmed the Maelstrom troops, but he remained undaunted in their defense, awakening the inner beast with a ferocity unseen before. You both poured your energy into defending defeating your foes, but protecting your allies. Could this be the secret to taming the throes of the beast within? If so, that means, brother, you have finally brought your inner beast to heel. What? But I didn't feel the beast taking hold. This theory must needs be tested. Brother, once your wounds have healed, it would serve you best to let go of the worry keeping you from unleashing your full strength. Swing your axe unbridled by fear. But what if I succumb to the beast's call again? My training has only made me stronger. If I lose control, it could be worse than Wineport. Now is not the time for doubt. Your allies, nay your friends, will be by your side. They will ensure none are harmed should the worst come to pass. I know your theory demands that I fight without hesitation, but please, I must think on this. Aye, we should let Curious George's wounds heal before we demand anything more of him. Rest well, my friend. We return before long. Well, he's got to heal mentally as well as physically. Bat, there is more I would speak with you about. Pray visit me when you are ready. Okay. You called this guy Curious George for like 2 expansions because you read his name wrong? I've been calling him Curious George because I like the monkey. To rouse the inner beast with a fierce battle, and tame it by resolving to ferocity, defend your allies. This theory could serve us better than aimlessly scouring the ancient tomes, but my brother still fears the consequences should he lose control. If indeed his fears should come to pass, you must be ready to stop him, as you have before. Bat, prepare your axe for the next battle. My reason is much better. I mean, you know. You were like, oh, well, that happens with Final Fantasy XIV, doesn't it? You just like randomly discover that, oh, it's actually pronounced this way, or see it another way, or something like that. You know what I mean? Well, it's okay. I mean, this, all in all, if they are not going to have spoken dialogue in any of the side cutscenes, then we're free reign to call them however we want. You know what I mean? If they do not give us a proper pronunciation through spoken dialogue, we could call them whatever we want. Let's see. Slap and Chop. Broken Mountain has something urgent to discuss with you. Ah, Bat, I can see the power in on your stride. I feel the inner beast raging within you. Will you need such strength? Your next trial is at hand. Whiskyet and my brother are looking for more fighters to supplement the undermanned Maelstrom troops in a new operation. They've asked for you by name. Seek them out if you wish to raise your axe once more against the beast tribes. They're not called beast tribes anymore. They're called society tribes. All words are made up. That is true. I need the aid of a couple good axes once again. Of course you do. But, brother, the Maelstrom once again is in need of support, is it not? Pray tell us what it is they require. Very well. Now that everyone is here, scouts have reported increased activity amongst the kobolds. The 179th Order seems to be producing explosives day and night in preparation for all-out assault. From all indications, they aim to attack this very camp. The Maelstrom's strategy is to intercept the bombs near Zelma's Run. Camp Bronze Lake is a haven for wounded soldiers, and its defense is one of our top priorities. If we had 2 legendary warriors by our side, our success would be all but assured. Zelma's Run is barely wide enough for one cart to ride abreast. If I were to lose control, none would be able to escape the beast's wrath. On the contrary, brother, this battle will give you a chance to once again assert your dominance over the beast within. This is what you spoke of earlier, is it not? To tame the inner beast by devoting yourself to the defense of your allies? Brother, if my theory turns out to be true, then control is within your grasp. As long as Bat is at your back, there is naught to fear. Will you run away again? You know that the path you wish to walk, the path of the warrior, does not lie down that road. Say no more. Please, leave me to my thoughts. Well, we've not much time for hesitation. The storm captain awaits near the Zelma's Run and will be departing shortly. Bat, if you decide to join the fight, pray tell Curious George if anyone can rouse him from his slump, it's you. Alright, where is he? Oh, he's down there. Yee! Yo, what's up? My apologies for causing worry, Bat. My brother is right. It's up to me to walk the path of might. I know that, but still I cower before the beast within. But the true warrior faces his fears, axe in hand, right? Come on, Bat, remind me what it's like to scoff at my enemy's feeble blows. Awaken your inner beast and slap the fear right out of me. Okay. Now, they recently have introduced this option where all you have to do is click this, where the title of the quest, there's this little button. They just click it. It does the emote for you. God damn it! What a blow! That's the stuff of warriors. Warriors are made of, Bat. Thank you. dominate the beast within, and our axes will stand indomitable against these bloody kobolds. Our enemies will feel full force of my fury. I will not step one ilm into the camp. They will not step one ilm into the camp. Come, Bat, we mustn't keep the storm captain waiting. That's right. Let's do it. But, that both of you and Curious George will be aiding us in us brings me comfort. Camp Ron's Lake could not ask for more stalwart defense. Our strategy is to intercept the kobolds at 2 separate locations in Zelma's Run. We'll split into 2 groups, with 1 warrior protecting each one. But before we dispatch to the other eastern side, nary a single kobold will make it through with your fury alongside us. Curious George will be in charge of the western side defense. I have seen you crush kobolds under your axe before. Today shall be no different. Once the 179th Order have run home with their tails between their legs, we'll rendezvous to the north. May your axes strike true. Dismissed. Alright, let's do this. Oh no, the Storm Private. God damn it, I walked right into their ambush. Oh, they want more of me. Any more? Oh, yeah, 4. That was too bloody close. Good thing these kobolds don't count on you showing up. It looks like the eastern side is clear. Curious George and the others may need our help. Hurry, Bat. Alright, let's go. Bat, my apologies. Oh, I skipped that, sorry. My apologies, but something. Curious George's axe was like a whirlwind, skewing the kobolds in every which direction. His courage carried us as though battle unharmed. Without these 2 warriors at our sides, I have no doubt the kobolds would have overwhelmed us. I will be submitting the detailed report of your heroism to Wiskiak and the Maelstrom Command. You have all fought bravely today. Let us return home for well-deserved rest. Yeah, let's do it. Bat, I can scarce remember the last time I fought as I did today. I swung my axe with abandon, but I was free from the inner beast's grasp. It was just as my brother said, by pouring my strength into defense of my allies, the beast within has tamed. However, the kobolds are hardly a true test of one's prowess. If the fight had been against a more worthy foe, or the circumstances had been more dire, although today's battle was heartening, it's too early to say I've subdued the beast. I'll return to the Camp Bronze Lake to rest, Bat. Let my brother know of our victory here. Oh, I will. It seems your victory was well earned. What of my brother? Has he been he able to fight without succumbing to his inner fury? He still has doubts. Ah, so even with today's victory, he yet dreads the consequences you lose control. Still, it is only through the strength of his own will that he may dispel the fog of his self-doubt. Unfortunately, the beast tribes won't wait for Curious George's empathy. Storm Marshal Safsprin has sent word that he requires a warrior's strength to aid in another Maelstrom defensive. As you already know, kobolds aren't the only nuisance we have contend with. The Shahagin have taken advantage of the distraction caused by our focus on the kobolds to launch an offensive against the tide gates. With the bulk of the Maelstrom forces tied up with the kobold threat, we can ill afford to send any men to defend the gate near Camp Skull Valley, leaving us wide open to Shahagin threat. But if the strength of a warrior were to see the people of Limsa Luminsa safely through the storm, then mayhap the glory of our ancestors would be restored, and all across Eorzea would know of us as guardians instead of brutes. However, it saddens me to say we cannot depend on my brother to be ready to shoulder such weight. But when the time comes, you must needs be ready to take on the task alone. In the meantime, pray tell me of your battle with us at the Helma's Run. Recall the ferocity in which you fought, and lose yourself in the memories of your fight. As before, your inner beast was roused, and another technique of Eld is at your disposal. Your progress is encouraging. Continue on this path. Continue to challenge the limits of your mind and body, and victory in the battles to come is assured. Goodbye. Yo, Deagle, thank you for the 5-stream streak. I appreciate that. We have learned equilibrium.
Just wishing I could do the job for you, sir. I'd give her a ha, then a hi-ya, and then a woo-ah, and I'd kick her, sir.
Thanks to Ad Kendra for my sub-gift.
And thank you, Deagle, for redeeming that sub-gift. I appreciate that. For 27 months, 27 years. My goodness. You were holding that one for after the cutscene. Oh, I appreciate that. How's the warring going? It's going very well. We're actually almost done with the Heavensward one. Because I had done this before, a couple years ago, but because Twitch did the limitation of 100 hours on VODs or whatever, I had, been transporting the VODs to YouTube. But apparently I had missed the Paladin and Warrior one, so I'm redoing it so I can upload it to YouTube. And my axe. Broken Mountain is steeling himself for a decisive battle. But the Sahagin forces have begun marching upon the tide gates. The time has come for a decisive battle, on which the fate of all Leminsians hangs in the balance. My brother still wrestles with the tiniest grasp of his inner beast, but this crisis will not wait for him. The successful defense of the tide gates depends on 2 warriors being present. I shall not stand idly by either. I will lend what meager aid I can with my healing magics. If your heart is steeled for battle, let us meet my brother outside. Sure. You just got done with your weekly Unreal. Was it Unreal? It probably was, right? Tsukiyomi was a fun fight. You got a good party from PF. You were gaming. You were gamers. I wish I was a gamer. Whether we like it or not, the fate of Limsa Limensa depends on us. Bat, you're here at last. Is my brother ready to depart? My preparations are complete. I am ready to lay down my life for Limsa Limensa's defense. As we all are. The most recent reports tell that Shahagan plan to use their massive sea beasts to overrun the tide gates. Us four will be in charge of defending the southern tide gate. With 2 warriors by our side, we will beat those slimy fishbacks that's racist, into the muddy depths of which they came. You're fighting too? But what of your wounds? And you said 2 warriors. Aye, it's true the injuries from our fight with Titan remain, but I reckon the Shahagan's courage won't last for long. As for the warriors, well, I've got 2 right here, don't we? Worry not, Whiskyak. The Shahagan will rue the day they stood before our might. Yeah. Alright then, let's head to Camp Skull Valley. The Shahagan won't soon forget this battle. You just got a near raid? Nice. The fate of Limsa Limensa. I desire nothing more than to see everyone safely through this battle. But if the battle within the beast within takes me within its clutches again. Bat, you know what to do. Gather your strength and drive the fear from me with a mighty slap. It's time to put that training to work. The slapping training. Yes. Gonna slap him. At least it's not Crystal Tower. True, true. The Crystal Tower, it's not that the Crystal Towers are bad. I like all of the raids. Some I do deem as like the near raids are my favorite, but Crystal Tower is not bad. It's just the fact that it's repetitive because not everyone has the other raids unlocked, you know? So you see it more often than the others. You never did get through the near raids. Not sure you got as far as opening them. I mean, if when you do return Winglet, we'll definitely go through the near raids with you. It's actually pretty fun, and the glamours are pretty good. You can be a Picto and pick up the couple factory top, which is everyone's favorite. Making the crystal raids mandatory didn't make them come up a lot. Did them before that because they promised you a Pegasus. They promised you a Pegasus? My goodness. Alright, we gotta slap Curious George. Yo, slap. That's the stuff, Bat. I'm feeling that in the morning. Come hells or high water, the tide gates will not fall. Well, we'll show the Shahagan the iron will of the warrior. Bat, let us report to Commander that name at once. They think I'm going to pronounce that name? Can't even pronounce my own name. The Moogle tomes were offering a Pegasus, and the tower raids were the reliable source for okay. That makes more sense. I mean, look at this lady. It's a strapping lady right there, but her name is Falbreda. So it's like Moonbreda, but Falkbreda. Something like that. Anyway. Yeah. How do you doing, ma'am? How do you do? This operation depends on the successful defense of both tide gates. You four will see to the southern, while another unit attends to the northern. Although you are few in number, 'twould be foolish to expect anything but greatness from such storied fighters. All in charge of defending the southern gate are here. Let's not waste any more time. Not so fast, Whiskat. You don't think I'd let you take all the glory, do you? Wait, who's this? Oh, look at this guy. You guys remember him, right? Storm Marshal of Enzelar. You plan to fight alongside us? You're not ignoring us, Deagle. We know you got stuff going. There was naught I could say to stop him. Once he has a mind to do something, there's very little that can. My sense of duty will scarce allow you to bear the weight of Limsa fate on your own. My axe will be the first to greet the Sahagin wave. And what's more, I'd like to see the strength of the two warriors with mine own eyes. Something tells me this will be a fight to remember. Storm Marshal, it would be an honor to fight it by your side. Our axes will see the people of Limsa safely through this storm. It's actually pretty clear today. Brave defenders, this day the Sahagin mean to descend upon us like a tidal wave, but you shall stand strong. You will not allow these fishbacks a single ilm of land, nor will you give them any quarter. Oh no, they've come for our quarters. Our fate awaits us at Halfstone. To the Tide Gate. Tally ho! To see the Storm Marshal in battle, the Maelstrom is sparing no effort to this endeavor. May the 12 give us luck. We shall show Eorzea a warrior's true mettle. May our axes remain steadfast and true. The responsibility we bear is not to be taken lightly. The citizens of Limsa shall not regret putting their trust in us. Let's do this. Four Rogadin and a Catboy. Valiant protectors of Limsa, this day the Sahagin mean to make an end of us. They will come shrieking like a gale and descend upon us with the force of a tidal wave. But will we falter? No, we will stand strong. unwavering until the tide recedes, stained by the blood of their dead. Yeah! Yo, come at me, bros. Is this all you can conjure, Saruman? George? Oh no, it's a scorpion. Steady, steady. The beast has been tamed. Bat, brother, friends, thank you. My axe remains steadfast. Friends, stand at my back. My inner beast shall protect you. Ha! The fishbacks have brought more pets to be crushed under warriors' heels. But, brother, imbue your axes with your inner fury and show the world a warrior's true wrath. Go forward, undaunted warriors, smash these inviters till naught remains but fodder for the gulls. Here we go. Yo, come at me, bros. I'm fine. I'm fine. Man, they're taking a long time to die. Oh no! The inner fury! Oh, they're almost gone. They're almost dead. We got him, right? Yep, okay. You always feel like you're doing a bad job when you're in the group that finishes their plane thing last. Oh, wait, plane thing? What plane thing? I'm trying to remember what near raid that is. Plane thing, plane thing. Oh, the PvP part. Oh, okay. I see what you're getting at. Warrior of Light, the tales do not do you justice. It's been too long since I've swung my axe as I did today. To see you and my brother fight unbridled gave me strength I did not know I had. No doubt your victory here was thanks to you. The full strength of a warrior is truly a sight to behold. The Shahagan won't soon forget today's battle. Warrior of Light, Curious George. The battle is won, and the Shahagan scurry back to their bloody moldy caverns. Huzzah! Today's victory is owed to the might of our two warriors. Without you, we would not be standing here. Curious George, wear the title of warrior with pride. I couldn't have made it this far alone. It was only thanks to the bravery of my allies that I was able to dominate the beast within. The day will soon come when, with proper training and instruction, all the peoples of Eorzea can choose to walk the path of the warrior. Speaking of which, with the Shahagan threat dealt with, the Maelstrom can proceed with the plans to train its troops in the way of the warriors, and who to train them than the two siblings who brought their teachings to Eorzea in the first place. Curious George, Broken Mountain, I invite you to instruct the Maelstrom recruits in the ways of your ancestors. Forge our troops to mighty defenders worthy of their title. Many moons have passed since we came down from our mountain village, and finally we can begin to realize our dream. This is an honor. My brother and I gladly accept this appointment. Yay! Claps all around. Bat, mayhap now you're the one who needs to start training harder. Ha ha ha. I dare say you're right. Bat has some proper competition. We'll both fight where we're needed, unbound by fear or hesitation, and in doing so, master the techniques of Eld. Bat, look forward to the day we both reach the peak of our strengths, for then you'll face an opponent worthy of your axe. Me! Huzzah! We did.